The municipal corporations, by law, is required to hold a percentage of the parochial revenue funds that they have. And the purpose of that is to respond to emergencies. Those funds should not be spent unless an emergency such as the one we are experiencing now is happening. And they are required to seek the permission of the ministry to spend those funds, because previously, before, that funds were used to do other things outside of emergencies. And in fairness to some of the MCs, they have been using the SGR, and they have said it publicly in response to the call. Some have not, because they have exhausted the SGR on other issues that are not emergency related. And they are therefore looking to the Ministry of Local Government to supplement what they have used outside of what is required. Funds have been 2 months of the parochial revenue funds for drain cleaning. And I want the country to understand that the municipal corporations generate their own source of revenues that they can spend at their own ledger, that the ministry has nothing to do with. So the municipal corporations can find funds to do the work that is necessary. And I note that the opposition have mentioned that based on the survey that they did, all of the municipalities have said that they are not in a position.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the right.
Pause to welcome Prime Minister. And I note that it is said that some of the municipalities are not in a position to do it. All of them, the release said. But at least 5 municipalities that are controlled by the opposition has come out publicly to say that they have undertaken drain cleaning exercise and they are in a state of readiness. I want to say to the country this morning that this administration takes seriously the question of our preparedness for disaster, and we will work across the board to ensure that we provide quality service to the people and to ensure that the people's business is taken care of. So let me repeat again that the municipal corporations are in a position. There are 13 levels of fees that they are collecting, that they have control over those 13 layers of fees. The only ones that is controlled by government in terms of the Ministry of Finance is the PRF, which is a proceeds of the revenues from motor vehicle licensing and fees, which we get 66 1/3%. And on submission of your program, the funds are released, and the determination of the amount that the MCs get is not determined by the Ministry of Local Government. It comes directly from tax office. They get property taxes. They get trade license, which are a significant amount of revenues. So they are in a position to do what is necessary. I'd like to therefore now touch on two critical areas of our preparedness as we get deeper into the hurricane. Already, I would have written to the Most Honorable Prime Minister on the advice of the Director General of ODPEM under the Disaster Risk Management Act to make a declaration which the Prime Minister did yesterday. On the extent of the system, there are vulnerable communities in Jamaica that it is advisable that persons do not remain in these communities during the passage of the hurricane. Provisions are made in the Disaster Risk Management Act for compulsory evacuation. Places like Rocky Point in Clarendon, Taylor Land in Bull Bay, New Haven, Riverton City, and many other communities that will be affected, where lives will be threatened. I will therefore be writing to the Prime Minister based on the recommendations of the Acting Director General of ODPEM that we take those steps to advise those communities of the